Hello Capricorn, I am Jess from the Nimbi bringing you a timeless tarot message. Let's see, we're going to start with an overall energy. This message is intended to find you when you need to hear it, all right? So let's go ahead and get started. Universe, angels, spirits, guides, ancestors, aliens, please give me the message that this Capricorn or this viewer needs to hear most at this time on their journey. Capricorn, any placement and cross watchers are welcome. My intention is that a message will find you regardless of the zodiac that I put in the title. So if a title resonates with you, there's probably a message there for you. So yeah, let's see what wants to come out, Capricorn. Great. Keep in mind, guys, these are general readings. Take only the messages that resonate. I also receive channeled messages, and I just say them as they come. So again, just take the ones that resonate. All right, let's see. Capricorn, overall, thank you. All right, we got 2. I don't normally take 2, but we'll do it because, yeah. All right, so we have come together and rescue. All right, so number 8 and number 16. I just heard the phrase rescue mission. Someone's on a rescue mission. Okay. Not really sure what that's all about. I'm also being guided to say that it's not your job to rescue anyone but yourself. Okay. Yeah. Some people can't be saved. Oh my gosh. Okay. So yeah, guys, just take what fits. I also heard some people just need to take the leap on their own. There's nothing you can do. It's like taking a horse to water. You can't make it drink. Okay. So what do we have for Capricorn today? Message for Capricorn. Oh my God. Okay, I'm taking those. That's a lot of cards, so I'm putting all of that back. So we have the Death card and the 7 of Swords. Okay. Death and the 7 of Swords. I'm really being drawn to this imagery here. There's this spark of light here. It looks like a kind of like a asteroid or something, like coming into the atmosphere. And then we have this really full moon here. And there's something about illumination happening here, kind of like following that illumination, following that kind of following the light and the darkness. It feels a lot like a moth, just being drawn to the light. Okay, what else do we have for Capricorn, please? Thank you. The 8 of Cups, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. Again, it's the imagery here. There's this sense of a moth being drawn to the flame, right? She's walking away from that burning cup, but that light is a whole lot brighter than that light. It's like she knows there's something more, something better on the horizon. So she's turning her back to whatever this cup was. I feel like all the rest of the cups sunk, and so she's kind of like cutting her losses, right? And walking toward that bright light. I get this sense that in that bright light, she's being met with people support, right? People that want to work with her, that don't want to just like leave her out in the cold, which is interesting. That's not a 5 of Pentacles energy, but I'm very much picking up on that. And it's like she's following her heart, right? She's just being drawn to things. Like this guy's heart is radiating. And then all of these like serendipitous moments are kind of like coming in, and it feels very like, I'm hearing too good to be true. Interesting. Okay, what else do we have for Capricorn? Like 1 or 2 more for Capricorn, please. Thank you. All right, the Empress. Yeah, nice. Okay. Scooting that over. The Empress. She is like just this perfect being. I don't know. it does come off very, very much like that. She embodies all of the things that, you know, create this beautiful planet. She just brings that into this like physical manifestation. There is this moon here. She's not drawn to it because like it is almost like it's a part of her. Like she is just everything. And it's really nice, the kind of coming together of this, like, you know, I love how there's these dots, right? There's the dots all around the moon, the dots coming down, the dots circling around the world. And it's just like kind of this connection feeling. Okay, what do we have? The King of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, it's like this inner knowing, right? Being drawn to something. It's a coming together, right? A coming together of all of these things to create something beautiful. Yeah, to create something beautiful. Interesting. I love too on this, there's again that radiation from the heart space and like kind of behind his head. It's like just there's this sense of being drawn to something, right? But it's like a heartfelt being drawn to. This guy has his back to that flame, but it's like he feels it, he's embodying it. It's maybe him, like maybe he is this radiating yeah, maybe he is that light. Maybe he is that moon. Maybe there is this sense of this, like, you know, female, feminine energy kind of coming toward this masculine energy that feels really nice for her. But, you know, in her journey, she had to find her inner empress. All right, let's see. Okay, nope. Okay, let's see what we can get from this, clarifying this. I just heard some moths can't be saved, and then I saw like a bug zapper. That's kind of a bit violent imagery, but that's what I saw. All right, let's see. Yeah, the devil is on the bottom of the deck, right? With that, when I'm getting that bug zapper feeling, some things can't be saved. Some things just need to be walked away from. Some things, you know, you can't break somebody else's cycle. Is how that's coming through. Okay, let's see. King of Cups. Please clarify the King of Cups. Thank you. The Page of Pentacles. Can I get one more, please? One more. Thank you. And the moon. So I'm really getting this imagery of, so remember, oh, look at that, the Lovers on the bottom of the deck. I kind of felt that energy of like a masculine, feminine energy coming together. So remember how I said that there's this light radiating behind him, or maybe he is that light? I'm really kind of getting that. Like, it's like being in a dark space and realizing that you have the inner light to get through. Again, I'm really being drawn to this imagery here. We have a lot of like moons and brightness coming through. Moon, you know, walking into the brightness. There's this sense of really kind of a harmonizing of these like dark and light energies, and like finding that light in the darkness. Really grounding into that, really making something with that, bringing something into the tangible from this dark space, because I feel like you're being guided. It's like, you know, the darkness and the solitude is rescuing you. It's almost like your safety net. Interesting. And yeah, it's a coming together of these dark and light energies. Let's see. Let's talk about the Death card, please. Tell me about the Death card for Capricorn. Thank you. One more. Okay, two more. The Five of Pentacles. I knew that energy would come out. The Three of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. Yeah. So this Seven of Cups, it doesn't feel great. You know, there's this kind of like weird, like cloud smoke stuff, very colorful. There's the big huge snake coming up out of it. This one, it doesn't feel good. Sometimes they feel like, oh, there's just a lot of choices and it feels really lighthearted. This one right now feels really dark. And I feel like, you know, somebody felt like maybe they were left out in the cold because there was just this, like, you couldn't pick anything. It was too thick. It feels really thick and heavy. It feels like all of the choices were really like not great. And there was this sense that you were just working on everything by yourself, that you were left out in the cold in this really dark, uncomfortable, heavy space to work on yourself, basically. But I feel like this is a transformative energy, right? We have this snake here coming out of the darkness, and snakes are these transformative energies. And we're getting that coming with this death and rebirth card. And it's like through all of this darkness, through all of this heaviness where you were left out in the cold to work on yourself, you're being transformed into something else. There is a light at the end of the tunnel is what I'm being guided to say. Okay. Yeah, there is also another message kind of coming through of there are two energies. We have one that's a masculine energy, this Three of Pentacles fellow that's like working all by himself, and then this feminine energy laying on the ground on the other side of the wall. It's like he shut her out, right? Like, just look at the imagery. You know, there's the window, there's the guy working on the one side of it, and there's the girl on the other side of it on the ground. There's this shutting out energy happening here. And I feel like somebody was making in this space where they had to make some kind of choice, and it felt like there was an impossible, there was no right choice. Like, all of the possibilities were just these impossible, horrible things to pick from. But again, there's some kind of transformation coming from this, because this is clarifying the death and rebirth card. We have that snake here. So there's some kind of like, maybe this person or both of these people needed to be separated so that they could work on things in their own way, is another message that's coming through. Talk to me about this Seven of Swords, please. Tell me about Seven of Swords for Capricorn. Thank you. The Seven of Wands in reverse and the Knight of Cups. There's an element of a lack of trust. This Seven of Wands, to me, it speaks of like this inner knowing, of this inner trust. This person is leaping from like pole to pole over some kind of watery energy. And they trust that their foot is going to land there and that they're going to be able to make the next move. This is in the reverse right now. There's a lack of trust. There's a lack of following your heart, of knowing that you're going to be carried over whatever obstacles may be there. So there's this like sea monster thing down in here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a sea monster down here. And this Knight of Cups is like riding this wave of some kind of emotion over this sea monster. And it's like, you just don't trust that you're going to get through this. Because you're really stuck in this dark space. This can talk about deception. I feel right now that this is self-deception, but there's also another message that's coming through with this one. And it's really talking about about trust, right? Trusting that you are seeing the light, trusting that you're moving in the right direction. And I feel like this person is very strategic. They're making strategic moves. They're sneaking around in some sense. I mean, you don't know why. It could be a self-protective thing, but they're going toward the light. And I do feel that that's actually really important. Something about trust. Okay. We've got a lot of sevens. We've got the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Wands. Okay, just thought I'd point that out right here. Okay, talk to me about this Eight of Cups, please. Thank you. The World, yeah, and Judgment. I love it when these two come out in this deck, when they come out together, because the imagery again is very, very similar. We have this like door on the Judgment card, and there's this black hole, this kind of void back in there, and it's like you have to trust again, trust is coming up. You have to trust that there's something in this black hole that is beneficial, that it's worthwhile to walk through that door. There's, this kind of like opportunity that's being opened up to you, but again, you can't really see it. It's dark. And then look at that, the world. It's like the same imagery. There's this dark hole in the center of this, and it's like you have to walk through this door. You have to trust whatever this is. You have to trust that that hole will bring you to where you need to be. It's interesting because as I was saying that, I was seeing like a baby in a birth canal, right? And I mean, it's like dark and they have to go through this really crazy passage to like get out. And yeah, like it's almost like that. It's like this sense of being reborn, which is very much what the world card is. It's like the end of something and the beginning of something else. And interesting that it's coming through with this very pregnant Empress energy, right? So there's, again, this trust in the process, this transformative energy, this kind of like moving through the dark and like, trusting that there's going to be light at the end of the tunnel. Because that's where she's headed, right? She's headed toward the light. And it is dark around it. Look at, I did never even notice this. See how there's like all this black around it? It's like this like circle of blackness. It's like knowing that there's light on the other side of that blackness. Okay. I think you can see all that. Tell me about this Three of Pentacles, please, for Capricorn. Thank you. The Ten of Wands in reverse. Okay. One more. Thank you. Two more. Fine. Okay. The Ace of Cups and the Empress again. Yeah. This is like the end of the burden, right? The end of the burden of like having all of these energies kind of oppressing you, keeping you in the dark. This energy, he's carrying all these wands through this like crazy dark forest. This is the end of that, is how it's coming through, because this guy's all by himself. And then this is clarifying the Three of Pentacles, right? The Three of Pentacles. And this one is about teamwork, is about collaboration. There's this sense of like sharing the workload coming through here. Like this guy doesn't have to be by himself anymore. He's found his people. He's found help. He's found support. He's found a team. So it's kind of nice. Like it's like the end of that kind of being alone, solitary, having to do everything on your own energy, and really like embodying, trust and like kind of going with your intuition, going with the flow of things. Like there's this sense of this just like overflowing of abundance and joy. And then we've got this Empress, which is kind of where I'm getting the abundance from, I think, because she's in a very abundant energy. And it's like she's stepped into her power. She is very trusting. She knows that she is supported. She's being supported by all of these like these roots and like things around her, these vines. And it's like she's just followed her heart to get to wherever she is. And I feel like that's brought her into this really nice space of being supported, of being loved, of being love. Talk to me about this Page of Cups, please. The Wheel of Fortune. Right. And the Five of Cups and the Three of Swords. Yeah. So this Eight of Cups energy, somebody walking away from something in order to get to the light. I feel like what's being walked away from is this energy. She was following her heart. We kind of get that through this Ace of Cups energy too. Following her heart to put down some kind of burden that was probably in some way blocking her from being this Empress energy where she felt very alone. And now we're coming into this Page of Cups, somebody that is following their heart. We got the Ace of Cups and then the Page of Cups, right? Somebody that's following their heart, trusting, right? Trusting where they're led, trusting the process, like watching all of the signs and just being led. Because this is where they were in this Three of Swords, Five of Cups energy. This very like remorseful, heartbroken space. There's a lot of regret coming through with this energy as well. And it's like that's changing. We've got the Wheel of Fortune here. This person's now following their heart. They're no longer stuck in this energy. They're no longer watching things get like tossed over the edge of this cliff. You know, maybe you actually were what was tossed over the edge of the cliff, and that's where this heartache came through. But it's like you're changing that around because you're seeing that that you need to be like guided by your heart. Interesting. Okay. I'm really being drawn to the snakes here. There's like these two snakes that are intertwined and tangled up, and it's like one of them is eating itself, which is often found in the World card. The snake is eating its tail, not on this one, but on a lot of others. And so one is eating its tail, and it's like this other one is staring at this bird, right, with these big fangs hanging out, and it's like all tangled up in this one that's eating itself. I'm still like there's still that like subtle energy of kind of these two, like a feminine and masculine energy. And one is like, you know, trying to regenerate something within themselves, or not regenerate, but it's just that like that eternal beginning and ending that happens in the World card. And the other one is just like lost and tangled and tied up, but like somebody is tangled by, there's like an entanglement happening here. Somebody's entangled by this other person that's like fending off or like trying to fight off this bird, which also could be taken as like a protection, right? Maybe this snake is protecting this other snake from this bird. There could be something like that too. I don't know why that was really drawing my attention, but it was. I get this sense of entanglement, and I'm not really sure how that plays out. It's probably different for everyone. Let's talk about this Empress card, please. Tell me about the Empress card for Capricorn. Thank you. Strength and the Ten of Swords, and both of these are in the reverse. I feel like what this is saying is there's this Empress energy, and she knows with all of her being, her worth, her value, her power to bring things into manifestation, to gestate these things, to offer abundance and all of that. And then we've got this Strength and the Ten of Swords in reverse. Both of these are in the reverse. And so there's some sense of like having to move past this energy. Like maybe in the past this was a blockage for this Empress, and it's like once this gets addressed, once some ending gets accepted, and like the Empress has the courage to face that that's what has happened, then she really steps into her power. It's like this is like that dark space, right? That dark space where you don't know, you feel stabbed in the back. You feel like you've just been like a pincushion for somebody's words. I'm not sure why that came through, but it did. Like somebody just threw their words at you, and like it hurt really bad, and it took a lot of courage to stand up and move yourself out of that and step into this Empress energy. So yeah, some of you maybe are being blocked by that energy. You haven't quite stepped into that space of being courageous enough to end something that I feel like is very verbally attacking for some reason. And for others, you have done that and you have stepped into this Empress energy. So it's going to be different for all of you. The Three of Wands. The Three of Wands talks about waiting for your ship to come in. I love this one though, because it's almost like I just see somebody like pulling, like those cartoons, you know, where you're like pulling off the petals of the flowers, like, oh, they love me not, they love me, they love me not. And it's coming through in that way, but it's almost like she's like brewing up what she wants. She's like kind of creating this like this potion of like the energies that she wants to draw into her. She looks really happy in doing it. It's like she finally knows what she wants, and she knows the team that she wants to work with, and she like knows her worth, and so it's really like bringing that all together and kind of calling that out in the darkness. All right, cool. Wow, that was nice. Okay, Capricorn, let's grab just some final thoughts from the universe regarding this spread, please. Okay. Final thoughts for Capricorn regarding this spread. Okay, we've got the Five of Wands in the reverse. That was a lot. Okay. The Four of Pentacles and the Empress. Okay. So this is really putting an end to the conflict. Inner conflict is really what's coming out, but it could also be external conflict. There's really this end of conflict, which is really nice to feel. I feel like once you put down your wands, once you put an end to that conflict, it will free up your hands, right? To be able to receive something more, to be able to receive whatever wants to come in for you, whatever's on the other side of this, whatever is on the other side of this portal, that this world and this judgment card and all of these things that are coming through want to give you. There's a sense though of needing to let go of something in order to be able to receive. Like she's received these abundant gifts and all of this, but it's like she can't even accept anymore. She's, kind of got too many. So there's a shedding that needs to happen, which is interesting because that goes back to that snake energy of shedding something in order to really step into this power. Interesting. Yeah, shedding that ending right there, that Ten of Swords. All right, yeah, the King of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck. Nice. Yeah, because that is stepping into this very abundant, very nurturing, I'm hearing wholesome like space, and I really like that. Of all of the kings, I really love the King of Pentacles because he feels the most balanced to me. He's got like the right elements of like love and compassion and acceptance and like having the tangible stability and things like that around him. Yeah, because I feel like the Emperor is a little too controlling. Anyway, so that's what I got for you. Yeah, let's see what fortune we've got. You will soon be changing your present line of work. Nice. I'm going to put that on that world card. There is something about an ending of a cycle here and stepping into something new. So yeah, that's what I've got for you today, Capricorn. I hope that this content resonates with you. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment below. I love comments, guys. Yeah. Oh, and if you do subscribe, I do daily oracle messages as well as my zodiac based tarot readings. And yeah, until next time, sending love and light. Bye, guys.